And we are back. Our guest has journeyed from incarceration to inspiration, dedicating his life to guiding inner city youth away from the pitfalls of gang activity. His mission to equip young people with essential emotional management skills that are vital for steering clear of negative influences. Here now, we're pleased to have speaker and founder of Secure Your Energy, Junior Samuels. And Junior, good to have you.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, brother. Good to see you and good to have you here on the show. And glad that we can have this conversation because, as we say, you've taken your life and you've really transitioned. You had one life that you lived before, but now an advocate for those who are actually in that life and then some. So, how's it for you? And talk to us a little about the advocacy component.
Um, for me, it feels good. It feels good to be able to be out here and actually live what I've been thinking about doing for so long. I was inside incarcerated for 15 years, and I always had a vision to come back out here and give back to the community. I know that I made a bad decision when I was a youth. So I know one of the ways that I wanted to give indirect amends back to the victims that I harmed, families that I don't harm, is by coming out here and pushing a positive energy to the youth, those especially that's walking the shoes that I once wore before, and just trying to give them awareness and let them know that they have a choice to get out that lifestyle that they choosing to live this moment. And just trying to let them know that they have a choice. I never like to force anything on no one. I just like to give them a view, a look of what they walk, the life they walking in, and where it can lead them and put them into.
Well, you look at your life and you look at where you are right now, obviously you've made that transition and you're there. But what was the turning point for you to say, listen, you know what? I need to get my life together because there's only two other ways it's going to go. One is incarceration and the other is the cemetery.
Um, the turning point for me was when I was sentenced to 15 to life. I either said to myself, I either want to become a prison legend or I want to get back home to my family. So that was the turning point. That's when I said to myself that I got to wake up. I got to get myself together. I was so tired of subjecting myself to living in an environment that was just so abnormal, where you got you living in a dorm setting or you living in a cell setting where you seeing things that's going on. You see kids fighting for cereal, fighting to sit on a chair, fighting for chicken, who could get on the phone. Uh, the mindset of the corrupt officers doing certain things and seeing kids dying there. It was just like, you know what? It's either I want to live my life like this or make it back home to my family. And that was just the turning point where I knew I had to get things right. And
Yeah.
I just started putting myself in certain programs. Like I started first, I'm a religious person. My religion is Islam. I'm a Muslim. So I started taking my religion seriously, and I also started putting myself in therapeutic programs where I know I had to fix myself. I had to dig deep in myself to get to understand what's going on and making me so angry, so bitter. Was putting me in that state. And then I also went to college where education is important. When you educate your mind, it break you free from ignorance. So
Yeah.
it was just a turning point.
Let me ask the question of you here. When you talk about young people right now today, you see you in a lot of them, right? And you see where you've been. Uh, what are young people contending with that maybe others don't really recognize? Because every young person that does wrong doesn't always, wasn't always from a bad background. They've had great parents, good people around them. Everybody doesn't have, a broken home system, but they still sometimes make bad decisions, bad choices. For you right now, what are you seeing out there with our young people on the street?
Um, they not being told I love you. That's just yeah. I think it's a lot of young kids seeking to know. They not being told. They not also being told how important and how special they are as a person. You think about it. A lot of kids in today's society never heard those three words before. I love you. really from a genuine place. They don't know how great they are, how much great gift and talent that they have as an individual. So they suffering from peer pressure, they suffering from trying to be down, and many more other things that comes with being in that so-called environment that they in. So I think they just gotta be more, they gotta know that they're special and they love. When a person know that they're gift with something, I think it changed the way they look at things.
And when you look at things differently, you possibly do things differently. You've got a shirt on that talks about secure your energy, and that's a pretty unique shirt. Give me a little bit of what secure your energy is really all about.
Okay, so secure your energy is like, first and foremost, I'll just give you, like I was just talking about, being in the most worst environment that's so negative, environment that's people can't even fantasize or even visualize what goes on in that environment. So in that environment, I found a way to learn how to secure my energy and put my energy in the right place by changing that negative environment and knowing that my body is locked up, but not letting my mind be locked up by doing things that's positive. Like I said, I was also a community leader, being in there working out, uh, going to school, taking therapeutic program to get really deep within myself, helping individuals that need help, talking to kids that I see coming in there that remind me of myself and letting them know to take this opportunity to change. So I found a way to secure my energy in a negative environment. So secure energy is like finding things that can change that negative into a positive, and making sure that you secure it and lock it, and making sure nothing can break through that lock. Only person that could break and change that lock is you and yourself. So I found a way to just channel that energy into positive and secure it. And that's what I've been doing. So even it's not only for the people that come within a community that we looked at as poverty, or community that's so much negative activity come out. You could be in a business where you could secure your energy. Because you got people that go through work, they might have coworkers in there they're not getting along with. You might have just find a way to secure that energy and think of something positive. You might have to take a walk, you might want to write in a journal, many things that can help you to secure your energy.
Right. And let's break it down because it's really about emotional management, right? Because when you talk about
Absolutely.
having control of your emotions, what gets people behind bars, incarcerated, right? There are a lot of people right now who said, "Listen, I probably wouldn't be doing this many years if I had better emotional management." You give a little bit of your testimony as well, saying the same thing. Talk to us about this emotional management piece and the lack thereof in our young people, the work that you're doing, because I know that's a component that you teach heavy on.
Absolutely. So the emotional management, first I tell people to be proactive. Understand when it comes to emotional management, you first and foremost have to be proactive. And being proactive is taking the responsibility and accountability of your life. And knowing that it comes with four different levels. You have a freedom of choice, you have a conscious mind, your imagination, and you have an independent will. Knowing that everything that goes on in your life is a choice that you made. It's up to you to take control of it and know what can I do to make better choices in my life. Know that I have a choice to say, you know what, I'm from this environment. Despite I don't have a parent, I didn't grow up with my mom, my dad, or anybody to give me some type of guidelines. I'm gonna still make the choice to do better by educating myself and putting myself in places that can help me grow and become a better person. So I think when it comes to the emotional management, it's all about you. You have to learn yourself and understand you gotta love yourself. And as you love yourself, you take the responsibility and accountability to do better with yourself.
Yeah. People such as yourself who've been incarcerated now out there doing the right thing and really trying to help people out have gotten the term, and you're deemed as quote unquote credible messengers right now in the community. Somebody that, both sides can represent. Can represent both sides at the same time. Both sides are also respectful of. As a credible messenger in the community right now, what's it like talking not to young people, but really to those in government, to those who are, community leaders and things like that, because, sometimes it's hard to get your voice heard based on the fact that people look at you from your past. But the reality is that, hey, there's a message that needs to be sent, and a message that needs to be heard.
So speaking to these people that, like, I feel like I just try to paint a picture to them so they can visualize what's going on and how the message can be helpful for the youth. What a better message, or what a better person is coming from a person that actually wore the shoes and once lived that lifestyle. So I feel like you have to let them know that kids don't listen to what you say, they watch what you do. And when they know of someone that walked that same lifestyle as them and heard of it, it's like, okay, let's hear what he got to talk about. So when I'm around these individuals, I just try to basically give them my mission and let them know what I want to do and show them the work I've been doing, and just hoping that I could get some type of support and help. But I'm proactive. It's not going to stop me to continue to do what I got to do to help the community. Because if one person hear it, it's better than none.
Yeah. Talk to me. You're on YouTube as well, and how's your YouTube channel been working out for you and really helping you to get your message across?
My YouTube channel, I just been making a lot of content on like certain things that goes on in the environment, and it's just certain. So one of the content I made is like, it was kids. We was about to go on so-called what you hear so many kids use as a drill. And before, going on a drill, a lot of times you really don't want to do what you're about to do, but due to the fact that you with your friends, that ego make you feel like you have to do it. So before the kid was about to go do something, I stopped him and I tell him, think about what you're gonna do. Think about when you pull that trigger or whatever you do, know that there's no going back from it. Know that nobody's gonna be there for your daughter, your son. If your mom is sick, if your mom need help, nobody's gonna help her with the grocery. Nobody's gonna come there for you. So I try to let them know what's gonna happen when they make that choice by doing these little content, so they could reflect on it like, damn, maybe if I go do that, he's right. Nobody's gonna be there for me, so maybe I don't need to do it. Just show them that sometimes think about what you're about to do, because once you do that, it ain't no going back.
Right.
You got to be able to accept what comes with it.
Talk to me about what came with it for you for 15 years. What were the consequences that you felt from behind prison doors?
Ooh, losing out on a lot of things, man. Losing out on a lot of family activities. What came with it was just being a. It changed the whole way how I look at life, man. Just I started to appreciate the little things that I never once appreciated. Just going to the store, being able to just go buy groceries, being able to open up a refrigerator when you want, walking out the house when you need to go out. So much came with being in there that it's a great question. So much came with it.
Yeah. And your message now to young people about that is what?
My message now is like I always say, man, be mindful of the choices you make. Just know that you have a choice. You have the choice to change your life now. It's up to you. Just be able to. It's okay to say no. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to put your ego and pride to the side and know that it don't change who you are, man. Because that one choice that you make, that bad decision that you make, can change your life for a long time. And it could change it where there's no more getting that time back. Because once time go, there's no more time getting that time back. So just think about the choices that you make. Know that you are able to change those choices right now.
And for people who want to get in touch with you and take advantage of what you have to offer, how do they do that?
You can follow my Instagram, Secure Your Energy. Come on my Instagram and you could DM me. I'm working on setting up a website right now, and you can contact me if you want me to come to school, speak to the kids. If you have any events, that's where you could contact me right now. At the website is getting worked on at this moment.
No worries whatsoever. And I want to take the time to say thank you for really taking the time and sharing a little bit about, your message and really the transparency of the life and the lifestyle. I think that that's also, a make or break for a lot of people because we got a lot of brothers and sisters who, come from incarceration, but don't necessarily let people know the real about what goes on behind bars. People think behind bars can be fun, and that's a life all by itself. But the truth is, man, you know, you fighting just to live in there.
You absolutely right. Every day you fight. It's like a purge in there. You don't know what's gonna happen within that 24 hours. You done seen so much different things happening. You don't know. You could come out your cell and don't make it back to your cell. So you're just saying to yourself, what could happen? It could be a riot in the yard. Someone could either get cut, where you might be the person to get blamed for it. You don't know what happened. You might a CO might come in and they might not be feeling right. You might be the person they pick to get on the wall. While you get on the wall, they want to think they can slap you. So much different things happen within that 24 hours. You say to yourself, I hope I come back to this cell. Like, you never know what could happen. So I'm grateful for being here to share my story, man, and be able to, hopefully this right here can touch a youth and change their life. But thank you, man.
Well, I want to thank you so much, my brother Junior, for being with us here, and Junior Samuels taking the time to be with us today. And it's definitely an inspiration to have you come on and share a little bit about your journey and your story. And I hope that not just your story is heard, but also the message that you have for today for not just our young people, but also for our community. So, man, thank you so much for being with us. And I
Yes,
hope
sir.
we get a chance to connect soon and have you back.
Yes, 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 you will, man. Thank you. I'm grateful for being on, man. Thank you.
Hey, my love, appreciation, brother. All right.
Those are,
Hey,
I just
thank you. We're taking a quick break, but guess what? We got more open coming on right after this.